discovered that would have released instead of Vibin. That's right, that was never supposed to happen. Instead, Epic were working on a system where you could cook food in a pot. Now, this wasn't just a small update. It would have let you cook over 13 different dishes, including where you could cook these instead of Vibin. That's right, that was never supposed to happen. Instead, Epic were working on a system where you could cook food in a pot. Now, this wasn't just a small update. It would have let you cook over 13 different dishes, including fish sticks, fruit salad, and Slurpee versions. Not gonna lie, the concept art looks delicious. The second part of the dishes, including fish sticks, fruit salad, and Slurpee versions. Not gonna lie, the concept art looks delicious. The second part of this craft season was Epic working on wildlife at the same time, like a glorious meeple. I know it looks like a red boar, but this apparently was gonna be able to fly. There were also Galactus gatherers designed to be wildlife, along with bears and rats. Apparently, the bears are going to be tameable and would attack with a lunge and a swipe. Rats would have had their own nests they spawn from and just probably swarm enemies. So what was the battle pass going to look like? Well, there was Snap, who actually dropped in Chapter 3 as a fully customizable action figure. Except in this version, he had a baby head. That was freaking terrifying. All of this content indicates that Vibin was actually going to be a totally different season before Donald Mustard decided to retire and host a goodbye party for himself. And there's further proof of this because of all the scrap exotics from this time. I mean, what if I told you that Epic were working on a Boogie Bomb launcher? This would have gone down as the most infamous item in Fortnite history. Like, sure, it would have been super overpowered, but imagine the chaos. I kind of want it to happen now that I think about it. Then we had exotics like a bow minigun and a balloon sniper. No idea what this bow minigun would have been like, but the balloon sniper, it sounds like you could shoot enemies and then it would just give them balloons. And there's so many exotics that I can't talk about them all. So here's the whole list. I want to highlight the automatic crossbow because it gives them balloons. And there's so many exotics that I can't talk about them all. So here's the whole list. I want to highlight the automatic crossbow because it sounds really interesting. That item has always been kind of weak, so it'd be amazing with full auto. Let's head back all the way to Chapter 1. The first LTM was going to have a crazy item. As we all know, 50v50 was our first custom mode of VR, and it was originally going to include the Ultra Porta Fortress. Like, seeing how huge this is makes you realize why the 50v50 trailer showed giant port battles. And I will say I'm pretty bummed out that Fortnite scrapped an incredible Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie reference. Because apparently during their collab, Epic were working on an emote for Go Ninja Go. It looks like they couldn't get the rights to it, or maybe there were other problems, because sadly, it just never happened. Still not as crazy as learning Mortal Kombat was going to have an entire mode. That's right, leakers revealed it would have an LTM full of boons that was going to have an entire mode. That's right, leakers revealed it would have an LTM full of boons and mythics. And then after digging in just a little bit more, apparently it was scrapped mid-development. Despite the fact it would have included powers like the Icy Slide and Zero Chance boons, both of which are now in-game. So I guess they just decided to throw all of it in a normal VR instead of its own mode. Things get super weird when you realize the handcuffs from the Star Wars event were originally going to be cosmetics. That's right, ever since February 2025, leakers have been showing off concept art of customizable cuffs. There's so many times these could have existed, from rumored handcuff emotes to a possible wanted mechanic in the Lawless season. The fact we saw them in the Death Star event proves they're real after all, except it looks like they've been scrapped as real after all.